Welcome to the Rock and Review. I've got Earl and the Agitators on. My buddy Scott Holt, which you know obviously from his solo career and also playing with Buddy Guy. And then Roger Earl, which is, yeah, look at this. You know, I've heard that makes a good ice cream scoop also, Roger.
It does, actually. Oh, dear.
I saw a video on that. So let's talk about Roger. You know, it's so great to have you both on the show. And obviously, Roger Earl, you're so well known for Foghat and also Savoy Brown.
I am?
Yes, you are.
All right.
And I've seen you in concert, and I've seen Scott in concert too. But the album is just incredible, Shaken and Stirred, and you guys have been out touring this. You just came off a big cruise deal, but you've got shows coming up in March as well.
Mm-hmm. We've got March the 16th and 18th. Club Arcata in St. Charles, Illinois, and then Evanston Rocks in Evanston.
Well, now, I've got to ask you this, Roger. How did you and Scott get together to form Earl and the Agitators? Because before everything even got rolling, Scott gave me hints about what was coming together.
Right, well, what happened was one day Scott was walking down the street and he saw me laying in the gutter and he said, "Yeah,
are you Roger Earl?"
And I said, "Well, sometimes he wants to know." And he said, "Can you play drums?" And I said, "Yeah, I still got my chops." So he said, "Do you want to join a band?" And that was sort of it, actually.
Well, you know, it's amazing, too, that you guys have done great work together with Foghat, and even some of the recordings that you did here at Dark Horse Studios in Nashville.
Right.
That kind of led to this as well.
Yeah, a friend of ours, Tom Mix, who was...
not the cowboy.
Not the cowboy. Well, he was a bit of a cowboy.
He was a cowboy.
Medevac pilot in Afghanistan.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Real hero. We became good friends. Foghat did an instrumental called 495 Boogie, which was just a piano playing on our blues album. And my brother played piano, but there were no vocals on it. And Foghat had never made an instrumental, so we had a competition for vocals. Tom Mix came in second, but because we liked him so much, he came in first.
That sounds like that was rigged.
Yeah, it was rigged, yeah. That's what, you know, when it's your band and like your record, you can rig it. You can do whatever you want.
Well, especially when you have your own Foghat studio. Because that's what I want. You know, eventually when I grow up, I want to be able to have, well, I've got my Rock and Review only studio. And you guys have your own studio.
Yeah, we have a studio down in DeLand, Florida. It's in the middle of nowhere. Sits on 10 acres. We annoy the birds, the deer, and the... got little hogs there as well.
Well, and also it's harder for them to call the police when you're out there in the middle. So if you're causing a racket,
the police are cool down there. You know, we're not a problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love the album. And earlier on the news, if you heard the opening, you know, we had high-heeled sneakers on that one. But you guys got some great songs on here.
Thank you.
And it's just, you know, I think it's nice to hear some great rock and roll out again. And you guys are getting radio play as well.
Yeah.
That shocked the out of us as well.
Well, you know, let's face it, Roger, you got a little bit of radio play with Foghat over the years.
Yeah.
And Savoy Brown.
That probably didn't hurt, but yeah.
And so now you're kind of doing the radio tour. You guys are out on the road this year.
I need to clear something up. Scott is actually a vocalist, and he can't sing today because of his tonsils. What happened? So I came out in sympathy. I left all my cymbals somewhere.
Except on your leg.
Except for that.
And I have half a drum kick because we only have half a singer.
And a song in your heart.
Da 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 da.
But we mean well, though.
Yeah, we mean well. No, we always mean well.
So I've got to ask you this. So obviously with Earl and the Agitators, the all-star band featuring Scott Holt, where's the best place to buy the album, download it? I heard rumors of vinyl eventually, maybe.
You got to talk to our manager.
Yeah, I think I started that rumor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, Foghat has made our last three albums. We made vinyl as well. So yeah, it's quite likely, but probably make it maybe 500 or 1,000 of them eventually.
Where do you think is the best place to buy the album? And obviously, you guys are going to have them out on tour with Earl and the Agitators, Roger, and also with Foghat, correct?
Yeah.
So go to the website?
Go to the website. Go to Earl and the Agitators website or the Foghat website, Amazon. It's distributed by Selecto Hits out of Memphis, so anywhere that they sell records,
I really like
we
the
should
artwork, too.
Yeah,
and you guys had a little bit of fun recording
My
this.
mama likes the artwork on this, too.
Our manager did the artwork, and she didn't charge any extra money.
Wow, that's the best deal of all.
Well, it's very unusual for a band to have a manager that doesn't charge extra.
Yeah.
But especially for doing artwork and stuff.
Right.
Most managers say, we just done this for you and that. Do you have the money?
I feel like you've had a few managers over the years, Roger. I could be wrong.
We're on number 3. Third time lucky.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry the rest of the band couldn't join us also, because you guys have an incredible bass player and sound engineer.
Yeah, our bass player is Rodney O'Quinn. Craig McGregor, our Foghat's original bass player from '75, played on half a dozen tracks on this album before he passed away. Brian Bassett, our Foghat's lead and slide guitar player, who played with Wild Cherry, played that funky music, white boy. He's in charge of like making us sound great and taking care of everything.
What a great ear, because the mixes on here, I tell you what, from listening to the album and spending time with it, all of the songs are just great on here. What a great selection.
We also had 5 live tracks on there. We did a club in Chicago, Club Arcata, just outside of Chicago, just to let people know that we are a real band and we can actually play.
And you'll probably be playing there again soon, correct? I think in March.
Yeah, we're coming up in March.
You have to talk to my manager about it.
I'll check with Linda. She controls it all, right?
Yeah, she's in charge.
So, and also if you go to the website with Earl and the Agitators, they've also got some great merch. You've got hats, you've got T-shirts. You've also got the special...
We charge for them, though.
Do you have the spoon, the special ice cream spoon that will also be available?
We should. That's a
great
idea.
That's a whole new...
I didn't put a pattern on this. Somebody else did. So I'm not going to sort of... It's
Sounds great,
rock and roll
Roger.
Spurs, you see.
I like it.
I like it a lot. Well, I'll tell you what, be sure and catch them on tour. Buy, download the album, however you consume it. Shaken and Stirred, Earl and the Agitators, Scott Holt, and the one and only infamous Roger Earl. And you definitely want to see him live. Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.